Hey guys, how's it going? So, today I am going to do a first impression let's play review while live streaming on Twitch and on YouTube of a game called Hunter's Moon, a Sovereign Syndicate Adventure. We can quickly have a look at the Steam page over here. The developers of the game were nice enough to send me a code for the game before the game actually is available on Steam. The game will cost $20 when it releases. So today we are going to be playing the game. The game is a turn-based, card-based roguelite game. Very similar to Slay the Spire, actually, probably. I actually have played a lot of Slay the Spire, so if we look over here, we can see that my time in Slay the Spire is at around 280 hours, which obviously is quite a bit. I'm sure there's people who have a lot more time than that, but I like Slay the Spire. In general, to be honest, I don't like these types of games normally. The reason for that, for people who follow my content regularly, you will know that I don't really like games where you can lose progress. You know, like games like this that are a roguelite, that have runs, you know, where you go on various runs, and if you die, then you fail that run and you have to start over. Games like that, that essentially have permadeath, I'm not a huge fan of those, but at least Slay the Spire, because it is a roguelite game, it does have some lasting progression, you know, so there is some lasting progression in the game, which gives me enough incentive to play the game. You know, you're not completely having your progress reset every time that you die. You know, you do keep some stuff and you do unlock abilities and stuff like that. So in general, really, I do not enjoy these types of games, these roguelite games, which constantly reset your progress. But Slay the Spire at least has provided me with enough content, enough playtime to enjoy the game for 270 hours or so. There are a small handful of other games similar to this that I can think of. There was another one. What was it? Something Temple, wasn't it? Light the Temple, something like that. I can't remember now, but yeah, in general, I don't like these types of games. Hunter's Moon, a Sovereign Syndicate Adventure, claims to be a roguelike. It is not a roguelike. It might be a roguelite, so it might have permadeath and whatever else. We will be seeing today if the game is a roguelite. If there's maybe a random generation, those kinds of things. I haven't played the Sovereign Syndicate. There's actually a game called Sovereign Syndicate something something. So this is the second game, I believe, in the Sovereign Syndicate IP, I guess. So this game's name is Hunter's Moon, and it is a part of the Sovereign Syndicate IP, kind of. I haven't played Sovereign Syndicate yet, the previous game. I had a look at it, but yeah, I haven't ever played Sovereign Syndicate. So today we will be playing through this game. As I say, I actually do kind of enjoy Slay the Spire. So this is very much a game that I could enjoy, you know, if it has the same kind of spice that Slay the Spire has, then it is completely possible that I could enjoy this game and that I could perhaps recommend this game to you today. The game costs $20, as I already said, and today we will be playing the game. I'll be playing through the game and giving you my running commentary as I play through the game, telling you what I think is good and bad about the game as we play through it today. If you are in a hurry and you don't want to watch the full 1 hour or more of the stream today, then you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video, obviously after the stream is completed. I will put timestamps in the description below, so you can just skip to that final timestamp if you only want to hear my quick, concise, final summary and opinion on the game and basically whether or not I can recommend the game for $20. I'm not sure. What does Slay the Spire cost? Let me just quickly check over here what the game costs just to make a fair comparison, because honestly, Slay the Spire is a very good game of this type, you know, a turn-based roguelite type game. Okay, it costs $25. So it's $5 more expensive than Hunter's Moon. So yeah, we will basically be considering, we will basically be comparing Slay the Spire directly to Hunter's Moon, because they're basically the same price. You know, the one is 25% more expensive than the other one. But yeah, Slay the Spire is a good game of this type. So we will definitely be comparing that with a $25 price tag compared to Hunter's Moon with a $20 price tag. So yeah, I think we can pretty much jump into the game. So the options are very, very basic, extremely basic. But for a game of this type, you pretty much aren't expecting too much. You know, it's a 2D type game. There are no graphics options whatsoever. There's visual options like bloom, if you want to remove bloom, for instance. That will change the visual look of the game. But otherwise than that, there's no actual graphics options. You can't remove shadows or improve shadows or improve the graphical fidelity of the game whatsoever. So anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the game.
Londoners are no stranger to a thick fog, Hugo, but this is no regular weather phenomenon. Shall I recap? First, the fog lifted and we could see the moon. Its natural procession halted with that unnatural violet hue. Then, random violence erupted in the streets and crazed animals. Even for the East End, that's unexpected. But where did they come from? And now reports of radical zealots causing mayhem. Well, it's no mystery why Her Majesty chose to enlist my aid. I am, after all, the brightest technological mind of our era.
This guy immediately reminds me of Heimerdinger from League of Legends.
Yes, thank you, Hugo. I believe we'll find the answers in the skies above London. Take a look at the etherioscope. These radiation readings, well, I don't know what to make of them. If the equipment is functioning properly, it shouldn't be possible. Unless... the engines must have been damaged in the storm. Fortunately, my armor kept me safe, but we'll need to make some repairs.
Burn the heretics.
Hugo, I believe these locals intend to do us harm. kindly relay a missive to the Syndicate dispatch? We may need some assistance.
What are the chances that this guy was like floating through the air during the intro of the game, and then his thing got struck by lightning randomly, even though there's no rain or anything like that, and then they crashed to the ground, and he was able to get into his suit in time in order to survive the crash? Like, this is all very, very illogical. Okay, defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards cost energy to play. When your energy is spent, your end your turn. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn. Energy is restored to maximum. Okay, so that works exactly the same as Slay the Spire. Many defensive cards allow you to gain block against enemies. Each point of block reduces physical damage to your vigor. Half of your block will decay at the end of your turn. Okay, so that's not like Slay the Spire, because in Slay the Spire you lose all of your block. So in this game you only lose half of your block. So block will be significantly more powerful in this game than in Slay the Spire. Mental damage affects your nerve and cannot be prevented using block. During your turn, you can predict an enemy's intent above them. If the enemy is attacking, however, hover over them to reveal their target. Allies will share their intent as well. Oh, that's interesting. So, all enemies will attack the same target. That's interesting. That's something that's not the same as in Slay the Spire. So all enemies will always attack the same target. I wonder why the developers chose that as a mechanic. That's strange. Beyond cards, you also have abilities and consumables. Each agent has a unique ability that can be used 3 times per combat. Why is that imposed limitation? Why not infinite, but then just have a cooldown on it? During your journey, you will find consumables that are removed after use. Okay, so we have Flashbang, apply 2 vulnerability and 2 blind to all enemies. Exhaust. So exhaust means you can only use it once per battle. Vulnerability increases the incoming damage of the enemies by 50%, and the blind has a 20% chance to miss with each attack. And it can stack to 10. What's the use of it stacking to 10? Unless the effect doesn't stack. So the 20% doesn't become 40%, for instance. It is only the duration that increases. I'm assuming that is how it works. Apply 7 block to you or an ally. Deal 4 damage 4 times. Okay, so who are these guys gonna attack? Each time a skill type card is played, the character gains 2 block. Skill type. Where do you see it's a skill type? All of these are attack types, I think. I think they are attack types, because it's not being displayed, but I think they're attack types. And then this guy doesn't have any intent at all. It seems none of these guys are showing their intent right now, but this guy has a passive ability. Okay, so what's our ability? Deal 5 electric damage to a random enemy. So I can use that 3 times. So I can use it right now, I guess, but I first want to use Flashbang, definitely. Okay, why did that only do 5 damage? This guy has vulnerability on him, meaning the attack damage is increased by 50%. But he only took 5 damage. He didn't take 50% increased damage. So what the fuck? Why doesn't it work with this? So now again. Oh, that guy took 7. Or did this guy gain block? So this guy took 7 damage the way that he should. I don't know, maybe this guy gained block, I'm not sure. I don't know why he would have gained block, because I didn't use a skill type card, I used an attack type card. As far as I know. I don't know, I'm not sure. Anyway, these guys aren't going to attack because there's no intent showing on them. So we don't even need to block, we can just basically do another one of these. Yeah, that guy took 7 damage the way that he should. So that's fine, and turn. Why did he attack? There was no intent shown on this guy, so why did he attack? He didn't show that he was gonna attack. And even now, the intent is not... There's no intent that I can see. They said that you need to hover over the enemy's head in order to see the intent, but I don't see any intent, and yet we were attacked. So I don't understand the intent system. The tutorial lied to us. Apply 6 static charges. Static charges deal 1 to 6 damage at the end of each turn. Okay. Deal 10 electric damage, then apply 2 static charges. Deal 5 damage. Summon electrostatic relay. Deals 1 to X damage at the end of each turn. Let's do... So this will do 1 to 6 damage to both of them at the end of each turn. That's pretty good. But I can take advantage of the 50% added damage due to vulnerability right now and actually kill one of these guys. Either of these guys will die if I use... if I hit one of them 2 times. So I think we might want to do that instead. Let's hit this guy. Then that guy is dead. Now I just need to deal with one guy. Okay, 3 defend and 1 attack. That doesn't help us a whole lot. So now we can see this guy's intent. Previously it didn't show intent at all. But now we can see this guy's intent. So he's not gonna attack, he's just gonna get damage, I'm assuming, like bonus damage or something like that. And anyway, I guess we can use a defend. Oh, he did attack actually. Okay, well, I'm still not understanding the intent system then. Okay, so I can heal myself for 3 HP. Oh, heals ally. Okay, so I can't heal myself, I can only heal an ally.
Miss Molly, it looks like you have correspondence. Must be urgent to reach you here.
I won't be needing that room tonight, Eustace. I'm off to help an old friend.
Okay, so is this now a single choice, or what's this? Is the tutorial gonna abandon us right now? Battle with corrupted creature and encounter with a character or event. I don't know if this is like multiple choice or if we are gonna encounter both of them. I don't know. The tutorial is missing right now.
Emerging from the wood's darkest recesses, you spy a caravan in a clearing. Close by are a tent and a table, but the site is deserted. A warm campfire suggests that someone was recently here, though you have no desire to wait for them in a forest full of predators.
I like the fact that the game has narration so far. The intro was narrated, the cutscenes are narrated, this is narrated. That's nice. I like that. Look inside the caravan, inspect the tent. Look inside the caravan. It's okay if predators come, I don't care about that.
The inside is a chaotic mess, books and knickknacks scattered everywhere. You pocket a lone item from the shelf to your right and move on.
Okay, so it's multiple choice, you only get one choice. You can't inspect the tent and the caravan, for instance. Deal 6 to all enemies, that seems good. Discard one card, apply vulnerability and weakness to all enemies. Deal 12 damage, apply 2 bleeding. Does not decrease per turn and is not removed until the end of the battle. Wow. So bleeding is very good actually, because it's endless. So bleeding is endless. Like in Slay the Spire, poison and burn and whatever else decreases at the end of every turn. But bleeding in this game does not decrease at all. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, let's go for this one instead of the 6 to all. So I'm playing with a different character now. I'm not playing with the professor dude anymore for some reason. I wonder what happened to the professor dude. Maybe the story follows multiple characters. I'm really not sure. So intent. Hercules intends to apply a debuff. Curse. So what does curse do? How do we see what curse does? Like, I want to see what curse does. I'm clicking on it. I'm not seeing anything. So that's a oversight. You can't see what something does. I want to see what curse does. I can't see what curse does. That's not good. So this guy is gonna block for this guy for 8 damage, and then this guy is intending to attack this dog for 9 damage. Okay. Apply 7 block to your agent or an ally. So obviously we want to block for him. And then This will deal the most damage. Because it's 7-7 versus 6-6. And then our ability is draw one card. Okay, so this guy is intending to attack me for 16 and then 4 and then 4. That's quite a lot of damage. And then Hercules is intending to attack him. If the attack breaks through the block, a debuff will be applied. So he has 8 block right now. I'm gonna take a lot of damage if I don't do something. Okay, that doesn't exactly help me too much. I could just take the damage. So that's 24 damage. I can block 7 damage. That still leaves like 17 damage that I'm gonna take. And that's quite a lot, actually. I don't know if I can do something about that. Can we kill this guy, maybe? So 12 damage and 7 damage. 12, 7, that's 19. And then he is gonna attack him for 5. That will actually be enough to kill this guy. So we can heal right now, which will protect me from 7 damage. Or we can just kill this guy, which will protect me from 8 damage, because this guy's intending to deal 8 damage. Unfortunately, we can't avoid the 16 damage we're going to take over here. I don't see any way how we can do that. We could draw more cards in order to hopefully try preventing some of the damage, but preventing 8 damage already is pretty good, I think. So, yeah. So that's 14. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, but this guy has 8 block already. So he actually has how much health then? 33. So this is 21 damage. And he's gonna deal 5. Yeah, so that's not nearly enough to kill this guy. I actually forgot about the block over there. So yeah, I'm gonna take basically that full damage unless I defend. Okay, so there's another block at least. I guess that's fine. And another block. So we can prevent a lot of the damage this turn. But it's not very helpful just blocking the entire turn. Okay, so this guy is gonna get extra damage. This guy is gonna attack him for 9. And he is gonna block, so he's only gonna take 2 damage from that. Okay, this guy is giving this guy block, and this guy is attacking him for 15. He's attacking him for 6. Okay, so this guy wanted to block this guy, but now this guy's dead. So now apparently this guy's gonna do nothing. Okay, this guy's gonna attack me for 16. I have no defensive options.
Go get him.
You see a pillar of smoke and follow it to a small farm where the starling rests in a field. Despite signs of a struggle, it looks like lights are on inside. You climb the gangplank and find Griswold inside, ratcheting a leaking pipe. He looks relieved to see you and invites you to join him at a table covered in maps and scientific charts.
She'd make a fine barn, Griswold.
The Starling's engines took a beating in the storm, but she'll fly again. I just need the right parts.
The two of you seem to have your hands full. What exactly does Her Majesty need from me?
Our engines need replacement parts. Not something you can pick up in the Haypenny shop, but I'm sure you'll manage. Hugo and I need to stay here and finish repairs.
Is that all?
I'm certain the lunatics who accosted us outside were motivated by some external force. If you're able, find out what it is and put a stop to it.
XP earned from missions will increase the level of your agents. Each level will increase provides all unlocked agents with a talent point towards the purchase of a unique agent abilities. Okay, so this is the progression system. Like, obviously, the game probably has permadeath because it's a roguelite game, but there are meta progression things that you can unlock, which is part of a roguelite system. Most roguelite games have some form of meta progression, but you lose the majority of your progression when you die. But obviously the meta progression stays in place. So okay, you unlock these badges as you go through the game basically. The Starling's facilities were damaged. Spend salvage to refurbish them and unlock new capabilities and agents to support your missions. Okay. So this is once again part of the meta progression. You basically spend currency over year in order to increase the power of your meta progression. But I'm still assuming you can fail a run and then basically lose all of your progress except the repairs or the agent upgrades that you have done. So, Molly or Griswold or Jericho? Who the hell is Jericho? Nandi. Who the hell is Nandi? Okay. We can't select Nandi for some reason. We can't select Jericho for some reason. We can't even select Griswold for some reason. Okay, so our only option is Molly then, I guess. So what's this? I can't start on this one. Can't start on this one. Can't start on this one. Only this one. Okay. We're not getting a lot of choices.
Evil haunts the trees surrounding Hangman's Hill. The woods are strange here, the shadows somehow darker, and there have been rumors of a weird creature lurking just out of sight. Several people have gone missing. It's time to investigate.
So how is this thing flying again? Wasn't the thing crashed? Now it's flying again? That doesn't make sense. Visit the merchant to purchase. Well, I don't have any money. Well, I have 75 money, but I don't think that's going to be enough. And let's do an encounter.
In a woodsy glade, you discover a young woman, her flesh crawling with lichen, her eyes dim and unfocused as she mutters to herself. Though you can barely make out the sounds, you somehow grasp their meaning.
Leave,
She whispers.
save yourself while you still can.
Okay, well, we're obviously gonna try to save her.
You sit the woman down, give her some water.
I fled here as this purple rash covered my body, and thoughts of rage and murder flooded my mind. I expect I shall either expire or become something new. If you somehow make it back, give the Bitterby family my regrets and tell them not to search for me. I am at peace.
You watch as she slowly draws her last breath. For a moment she is still, but then the corpse begins to convulse. She's one of them now.
Okay, there's multiple enemies. So, this one is gonna gain 6 shield. This one is gonna try to curse me. This one is gonna empower all of these. Okay, so I'm gonna receive a debuff. What are you gonna do? Okay, so you intend to apply curse to all of them. I still don't know what curse does. There's no way to see what curse does. I'm clicking on the curse thing, nothing is happening. So unfortunately there's no way to see what certain debuffs do at all. Okay, so I'm gonna protect myself from damage 2 times. So that curse inflicted weakness on them. Weakness reduces the damage that they do by 25%. Not particularly useful. Okay, 11, 11, 15. Holy crap. So he's gonna take a stupid amount of damage. He is gonna attack this one. So yeah, this is gonna be incredibly painful for our poor dude over here. We can kill this. No, yes, we can kill this one. But honestly, we can't do too much else, unfortunately. 4 stacks, deal 4 damage and summon a enemy kitchen. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so you're gonna defend yourself. I'm not sure if these guys attack him. If the attack breaks through the block, a debuff is applied. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that reaching 4 spores. That's fine. So we can defend and attack. Okay, so I don't think, unless we get another attack, I don't think there's a way to kill her this turn. Oh, okay, there we go. That wasn't too painful. Deal 10 damage, deal 4 damage to a random enemy 2 times. So that's a total of 18 damage for 2 mana, that's not bad. Deal 5 damage and apply 1 bleeding to all enemies. That's not bad. Then this one deals 25 damage for 3 mana. I would rather take this one for 2 mana, to be honest. Battle with creatures from another world. I like the fact that you can basically choose your events from a random set of cards. I like that. Instead of like the journey, your journey being predetermined, you can actually to a certain extent determine your journey. I actually like that more than the system which most of these types of games have, like Slay the Spire, for instance, where you have a set path of 2 or 3 different options, and then you can choose between those. So here, you're choosing your own path from a set of different events. I like that a lot. Vulnerable to cold and to burning. So he's gonna attack us. Okay, now he's gonna defend himself and he is gonna apply a blessing. I would like to be able to see what the blessing is, but you can't see what the blessing is. The game doesn't allow you to see what status debuffs or buffs are, unfortunately. That's not particularly useful. That's useful. Okay, so the blessing is 1 strength. Now he's gonna attack him for 14 damage. Now he's gonna attack him for 10 damage. Okay, so he's gonna get through. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough block to block that debuff. There's not too much I can do about that. So he's gonna get a debuff. I don't know what the debuff is. Okay, so the debuff is 2 bleeding. Now he's gonna attack 9 and 9. He is gonna block himself. I can't kill him this turn, so I'm gonna have to block a little bit. That's 18 damage. That's 12 damage. I'm assuming that goes through a shield. Unfortunately, you can't even see what piercing does. Once again, the game doesn't provide you with tooltips for the status ailments or something like piercing. Here it does. Like here, this is the way it should be. You can see what vulnerability does. Here, it doesn't even provide you a tooltip for piercing or for the status ailments, so that's not good. So vulnerability, 50% more damage taken. That's pretty good. I think we'll take that. At the start of battle, apply 1 weakness to all enemies. That's not particularly good, but anyway. I'm gonna do as many battles as possible before doing the merchant, so that we can get as much coins as possible. What the hell does this thing do? So he's gonna attack me for 5 damage. Block is not lost at the beginning of the turn. Oh. And then this guy is gonna apply me with something. I don't know what it is. Each time the character is attacked, it gains 1 block. Okay. So I'm gonna take a fair bit of damage if I don't protect myself. Okay, now he is going to provide him with block and wind up, and he is going to provide himself with a lot of wind up and even more block. That's not good. So this guy needs 25 damage to die. We will actually be able to do that. Oh no, all of these are defend. Holy crap. Why do I have so many defense now? That's not useful. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, now he's gonna attack me for 13-13. That's gonna be ouchies. And there's not a lot I can do about it. Why are you defending yourself, dog? That's not gonna help me in the slightest. Okay, he's gonna attack him for 11. Yeah, that battle was a little bit painful for my main dude. I'm a little bit low on health, but there's not a lot I can do about it. Maybe we can get like healing items or something like that from the merchant. Perhaps. I'm gonna take a chance and do this battle. And hopefully not take a lot of damage. And then we can do the merchant after that, I think. Wow, 3 enemies. Holy crap, they have a lot of health. Why did I just take 2 damage? I literally just took 2 damage from something which I don't know what. Okay, she's gonna shield all of them for 5. Take a bit of damage. Okay, so they're gonna attack him for 7 and 8. Attack him for 6. Okay, so I only took 2 damage during that fight. I don't know why I took 2 damage at the beginning, but anyway. Consumable. Apply 2 bleeding to a random enemy 5 times. Holy schmoly. That's a very strong thing to use against the boss, perhaps. At the start of battle, summon a contraction arachnobot. It would be nice if we could actually see what the arachnobot was, but once again, the game has an issue with tooltips. When you deal unblocked damage to an enemy, apply 2 static charges. That's pretty good. At the start of battle, gain 1 strength. That's not good. It would be really cool if you could see what the arachnobot is, but I guess we're just gonna have to find out. Okay, so I won't survive the elite battle right now, I don't think, so let's just do the merchant first. Is there anything that heals us, maybe? Oh, that's very good. At the end of battle, if you are below 50% vigor, heal 20 vigor. That's very good. I only really have enough money to take 1 item. I can't really take 2 items. So I think let's take this one. I will actually be right back. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that relic. I think that should be fine. So now, obviously, I don't want to do the elite battle because I probably won't even make it through the elite battle. So I think I'm going to do 1 of these, and then hopefully I will gain 20 vigor from that. Hopefully we will survive this battle. Okay, so we have this little guy. So he will just basically attack every now and then. He's very weak, but anyway, something's better than nothing, I guess. Okay, so these guys are gonna deal 4 damage, 4/4 to him, 4/4 to me. At the end of each turn, apply 2 block. Okay. So we obviously want to keep myself alive as much as possible. I actually took 5 damage from what did I take 5 damage? I was on 13 health, I think. So where did I take 5 damage? I don't understand. Something is inflicting me with damage. I don't understand it. At the start of battle, lose 5 vigor and gain 2 fearless. Oh! What shit is this? Can't I remove it? Holy crap. So I'm losing 5 vigor every battle. I was wondering what the hell was damaging me every time. Where did we get this piece of crap? Ugh. Okay, so we just have to deal with that, unfortunately. I'm gonna die if I don't block myself. I'm still gonna die. Okay, he's gonna block himself, he's gonna block himself. Okay, 7 damage to that guy, 7 damage to me. And we gained 27 vigor. That's good. So heal an ally. I don't think that will be able to target myself actually. So how does this work? Apply 10 evasion. But it's 10 stacks. Never decreasing. Interesting. I'm gonna take this one in the middle here. Because healing obviously is gonna be very important. Like we are already noticing the fact that healing is like I already basically almost died if I didn't get that healing.
He takes notice as you pass, but continues his song. It whispers of a terrible gang of highwaymen who terrorized the forest long ago. One of the leaders, Old Tom, was a murderous sort, and was hanged at the top of the hill. The melody continues as you learn about his dying words. I am the devil's son, and when I return, I'll bring this land to ruin. There's naught but a whisper.
Okay, so we just gained a coin which increases the difficulty of encounters, which probably can't be too good. Okay, he's gonna attack me for 5. He's gonna buff himself, and he's gonna buff all of them. Okay, he's gonna buff himself. He's gonna attack these 2 guys. He's gonna attack him. Each time the character is attacked, deal 1 damage to the attacker. Okay. He's gonna deal 5 damage to everyone. That's pretty brutal. Okay, so this can't target myself, unfortunately. I was afraid of that. So I definitely want to protect myself against further damage. He's gonna attack me for 8. But I think we should be able to kill him this turn. And we healed another 20 HP. That's very good. So that artifact so far has healed us by like 40 HP already, which is really nice. Heal 8 damage 2 times. That's only 16 damage. That's not that good, honestly. We got another tarot card. At the start of battle you gain 2 strength and all enemies gain 1 strength. Ugh, that's not particularly good. Okay, so we have 37 HP. That might be enough to do the elite battle. I wonder, do I want to do the elite battle with 37 HP? I'm not really going to be able to get my HP much higher than that, I don't think. So, I guess we can do the elite battle. Okay, so he's gonna give all of them wind up. He's gonna buff himself a lot. And he's gonna debuff the two of us. So I think this is a good time to use the caltrips. So I obviously want to protect myself from that debuff. I can't protect him from the debuff, unfortunately. This guy is going to take 8 damage each and every turn, so that's very good. We don't really need to worry about him. He's going to be dead in 5 turns, more or less. Okay, so he took poison damage. Now this guy's gonna buff 3 debuffs on all of my dudes. Holy schmoly. And then this guy's gonna attack him for 16. And then this guy's gonna attack me for 9. Holy crap. And this guy's gonna buff himself into infinity. How the hell? So I would like to be able to protect myself against the debuffs. But I don't think you can. It's not an attack, so you can't protect against it against a debuff with armor. They won't allow you to do that. So yeah, basically it's not a huge amount I can do. I'm just gonna do scatter shot. That's gonna do 18 damage basically. That's basically that. Okay, so he inflicted all of us with 3 stacks of 25% reduced damage. Done. Okay, that guy's gonna be dead next turn. I don't need to worry about him. This guy's gonna deal 27 damage, so we obviously need to deal with him. This guy's gonna buff himself, so I don't really need to worry about him. Okay, this one needs to die. I need to deal another 4 damage to him. That guy's automatically dead. I actually want to take 1 damage, literally 1 damage, because then I will gain 20 health. So this attack, I actually don't want to block this attack on myself, because that means I will actually gain more health. So I can kill this guy right now. But I think I'm just gonna end up doing this. And then I'm gonna take the damage, but I'm gonna get healing from it actually. So yeah, I was at 26 HP, but by taking damage I actually went up to 37 HP. So that is how you can obviously use that other one, the artifact, this one, to your benefit. Whenever you exhaust a card, draw a card. At the start, gain 1 ability point. Ability point. What's an ability point? Is it this? What's an ability point? Okay, once again, you need a tooltip over here. We're not getting tooltips. I have no idea what the ability point is. Increase max by 1. You can no longer gain money. Holy schmoly. No more money. No, that's not good. I don't want that. Deals 10 damage to all enemies. If your vigor is at 30 below, deal 5 additional damage. That's not very good. Deal 7 damage. If your vigor is below 30%, deal 7 additional damage. That's okay. I think I'd rather go for this one. So I don't want this. Can I just continue without taking it, perhaps? Okay, so you can just go without it, I guess. That's fine. Yeah, because not being able to gain any more gold, that will be very good. I'm really not happy that I took this card in the beginning, but I don't know if I even would have been able to avoid it, to be honest. Okay, so we just gained a Doom. The power of Chaos Moon strengthens their attack and max vigor is increased by 25%. That's brutal. So he's gonna debuff me and he's gonna attack him for 9. Each time a skill type card is played, the character gains 2 block. Okay. So I'm not getting attacked. Lost when hit. Okay, so I'm not getting hit. I'm just getting afflicted with a debuff. I'm not actually getting hit by anything. So this wind up should not be lost, if I'm assuming correctly. This guy's gonna take 9 damage, which obviously is not ideal. Yeah, we should probably protect him a little bit. Holy schmoly, that trauma is really stacking up. Wow, he's gonna gain 10 wind up. That's not good. Holy schmoly. Okay, I didn't think that a single card will trigger that thing 3 times. That's not good. Okay, so we have to kill this guy this turn. Yeah, I won't be able to block that much. 23 block. There's no way how I can gain 23 block. And this does not decrease. That is insane. I might be dead here. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be dead because like even if I defend, I'm gonna take damage. If I attack, I can only attack once, and then I'm dead. So this is really brutal. And he's gonna attack me with 23 damage. Now, I think I'm dead here. Don't see a way out of this. So I can do this. Why didn't I? Oh, each time the character attacks. Okay. I didn't realize it's only when I attack. So if I defend. Okay, I will be alive with like 2 health or something like that. One health. Oh, how did... Oh, he was weakened. Oh, okay. So he actually did less damage. So yeah, I can't really attack, to be honest. Like they will hopefully take care of him. If I attack right now, yeah, I can attack once. And if I attack now again, then I'll take damage. So they will just have to kill him. Okay, wow, that trauma is debilitating. It's insane. Yeah, that trauma is crazy.
At least for now. The shadows are a bit dimmer and the air sweeter. The roads once more safe for travel. A logging camp in the woods has gone silent, and a rancid wind now wafts from that direction. The workers' loved ones are calling for someone to investigate and uncover the logger's fate.
That this relic has healed like 60 or 80 health so far, so it's amazing a relic if you can utilize it, obviously. So for some reason, like our journey just stopped there. Like we actually had more of the path to go, but we just stopped, and then we didn't reset because I still have all of my stuff, but we just got teleported to a different area for some reason. I don't quite understand how that works or why that happened. But anyway, we continue. We are still chugging along. I really don't like this guard, but what can you do? We don't quite have enough money yet, in my opinion, so we're not going to visit the merchant right now. Specimen jar. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Increases max vigor by 15 and heal 15 vigor. Yeah, that will be really good. You and all allies gain 4 shell at the end of each turn. Not decreasing. Wow. That's very good. This one is very good because this will actually raise my maximum to 65, which means the halfway point will be 33, which means when I am below 33 HP, then this thing will heal me by 20. So it will make this one more powerful. But this one can actually stop a lot of damage in a battle. So I think let's go for this one. That's quite good.
You step into a clearing brightly lit by the looming moon. A small field to your left is lit by a crackling campfire. You know better than to loiter in the woods, but you would like to bask in at least one of these light sources for luck. A cabin in the distance also piques your curiosity. You approach and open the door with a strange creak. The first thing that catches your attention is a small trinket that you happily pocket. But when you make to leave, a young wolf leaps out to take a bite at your thigh. You smash a fist down on its head, and it retreats into the shadows with a low growl.
Okay, so I took a bit of damage. Increase travel card preview by 1. Increase number of travel decks by 1. I have no idea what travel card preview is, and I have no idea what the travel deck is. I have no idea what any of that stuff is. Oh, travel cards. Okay. Okay, so we get more stuff. Oh, and previews. Okay, so that's what the preview is. That's really cool. I said previously I like this system. This is why I like this system. It really gives you a... I almost want to say like choose your own adventure type mechanic. Like it's really nice. I much prefer this system over a system which 90% of these games use. Like Hand of Fate uses this system. Darkest Dungeon uses this system. Like basically the same system as what Slay the Spire uses, where you have a preset, usually 3 paths, like 1, 2, 3 paths, and then you can follow one of those paths and you can jump between the paths a little bit, but otherwise than that, you're on a set predetermined path. So this is much better. It's much better than Darkest Dungeon, Slay the Spire, Hand of Fate, any of those games. So I like this a lot. So we can do a battle. I want to get as much money as possible before visiting the merchant.
The lichen is spreading wildly here. You observe it pulsing faintly, like ripples in a pond. The ripples have a rhythm, all leading northeast towards Hangman's Hill.
Okay, so both of these are battles. This one has 2 events after this one, so let's do this one. And now all of my dudes are gonna gain shell. Why doesn't this guy gain shell? I mean, he's an ally, so why doesn't he gain shell? That's stupid. That must be an oversight of some kind. Why wouldn't he gain shell as well? so he's gonna debuff that guy. This guy's gonna attack this guy for 8. That's gonna be a little bit painful. Okay, he's gonna take 11 damage. That's a little bit brutal. I'm at 25 HP right now, which I think will trigger this thing. I'm not sure. It says when you are below 50% vigor. So right now I'm on top of 50% vigor. So I'm not sure if I will get the healing or not. Okay, so you do, if you're on 25 vigor, it does count as being below 50%, which technically isn't true, but anyway. Ah, replace tarot cards. Holy crap, I want to get rid of that piece of crap over there. So I can't remove it, but I can replace it. Because I really don't like that tarot card. But it's very clear that tarot cards have a positive and a negative. So perhaps the negatives of the new tarot cards will be worse than these ones as I have right now. That's totally possible. I don't like the idea of a random tarot card. I would rather want to choose my tarot cards. So let's just go for this one. Earn gold, that'll be good. That's a nice amount of money. And let's go to the merchant. Wow, that's very good. At the start of your turn, so every turn, that will be really good, but I can't afford it. At the start of battle, apply 1 vulnerable. That's not particularly good. And none of these are good, unfortunately. I don't like any of these. Can I sell this? Oh, and sell this. Oh, okay. Well, that'll be really good. So let's sell that one. And then we can buy this one. Oh, that's good. I'm pretty happy with that.
You follow a river to an old sawmill. Hastily made barriers and spiked palisades slow your approach, suggesting it was used as some sort of redoubt. Multiple enthralled are impaled on the barricades, but the camp is now quiet. The dirt path continues up the hill. You pry the boards from the door and call out, hoping someone may have taken refuge within. But from the dim light of the shack's interior rise the glowing eyes of more enthralled, who race towards you in a primal rage.
Yeah, I pretty much expected that, but it's fine. I have a lot of health. And it's only 2, even though they're pretty powerful. So he's gonna attack him for 9. Holy crap. Okay, that little guy is gonna die, unfortunately. So if I do this and this, it'll deal 30 damage. But if I use 3 of these, it will deal 31 damage. gonna lose this guy, unfortunately. Oh, it deals 10 damage to the same dude. I thought it was random. Okay. Reduce your max number of consumables to 0. That's fine, actually. That's good. That's a good tarot card, actually.
In a clearing at the edge of the path, a crude wooden effigy, a wicker man, stands unfinished. With the approach of the spreading lichen, the workers never had the chance to light it. The corrupted bodies of several workers are caged within. Perhaps they hoped this sacrifice would protect them. You set the wretched thing ablaze with a torch, covering your mouth with your sleeve as the flames consume it. Perhaps the deed will bring some measure of comfort to the souls who died here. With the woodsmen laid to rest, you return to their families. They are heartbroken, but grateful to have closure. You warn them not to stray far from home until this chaos has passed.
So we can remove a card.
You've intercepted a missive from a local constabulary to Scotland Yard. A few officers went missing while on patrol near Blackwell Marsh, and the locals seem to be growing restless.
We don't even get time to upgrade our airship or nothing like that. Okay, let's have a look. Scavenge. Actually, I want to... Before we move on to Doom level 2, I probably want to get as many battles in as possible. Plus my health is full right now, so... Yeah, you guys aren't corrupted in any way. Why are you attacking me? Wow, that guy is gonna gain 18 wind up. Oh yeah, I forgot I have 4 now. Instead of just 3. Okay, he's gonna survive with 1 HP. That's irritating. Wow, that guy stole 10 coins from me. Holy schmoly. Freaking lost 10 points. Yeah, that's a consumable. I can't use that. Then piercing. Then 4 bleeding. That will be good against the boss. That's not particularly good. Oh, why are we already on Doom level? Oh, that sucks. Why did we gain so much Doom? Ugh, that's brutal.
Something flickers underfoot, casting outsized shadows that skip and dance by its feeble light. It's a broken lantern among the weeds, its flame guttering but still lit. Alongside the abandoned lantern, you find a boot half stuck in the mud. You suspect it belongs to one of the missing constables. The moment you touch it, the light winks out.
Increase guard rewards have 2 fewer options to choose from. Card rewards. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so if I don't have enough turret, disable the item strength. Oh, okay, so you can actually just right-click on an item. I didn't know that. Once again, the tutorial is not very good in explaining stuff.
Ahead, you spot a faint blue light, like some eldritch lamp floating through the swamp, its swaying motion too regular for marsh gas. Whatever it is, it mirrors your steps as you walk, but the dense brush conceals whoever carries it through the gloam. You hear a faint sound on the wind, like children playing. Casting around for the source, it seems to come first from in front, then behind. Without warning, the light blinks out. You wait in the darkness for your eyes to adjust and discover something stuck in the mud at your feet.
Gain 3 regeneration at the beginning of turn, heal 3 vigor. Oh, that's fantastic. That's a very good relic. I'm relatively happy with my tarot cards right now, actually. So now we have 5 actions every turn. That's gonna be very fun. Wow, 21. Okay, well, he's not doing 21 anymore, I guess. Yeah, with 5 action points every turn, it's crazy the amount of damage that you can do. So does this do 5 damage to all enemies and apply bleeding to all enemies? Because it just says deal 5 damage. So you would assume that might be to a single enemy and then apply bleeding. So I'm not too sure. Let's reject that one. I guess we can do the elite battle. I'm full health and everything. Oh, 150 HP. Wow.
Go for it, Hercules.
At the start of every turn, draw one card. That's very good. Yeah, that's very good. So I could visit the merchant right now, but I don't think even 240 gold is enough, to be honest. So let's just do a battle. Might seem weird choosing to do a battle over not doing a battle, but battles are the best way to get rewards and get more powerful. So in games like this, you shouldn't always just avoid battles. I'm gonna take a fair bit of damage here if I don't do something. I need some defense. Not getting defense. Okay, I guess that's something. I can actually kill that guy. Okay, now we have a boss battle.
You spy something in a fetid pond, which you first take for a hump of rags. A pale woman floats face down at the edge, dress billowing in the still water, hair drifting in a lank fan around her head. You wade through the weeds and attempt to recover the corpse. Suddenly, an unseen force starts to pull you under. You twist your ankle, dragging yourself back to land as a writhing mass of black tentacles bursts up out of the water.
Okay, minus 5 HP isn't that bad. Okay, I've seen enough anime to see where this is going. Wow, he's gonna shield himself for 37. Seduced. At 5 stacks applies stun. Okay, that's not so bad. Holy schmoly, 23 damage to everyone. Is there any way how I can counter that? Because holy schmoly. Hi, Expert Aries, my good friend. Trauma, bleeding. I don't see a way to counter that damage. That is simply gonna be a lot of damage, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, that was a lot of damage. Whenever you exhaust the card, deal 5 damage to all enemies. The start of battle, gain 12 evasion. Wow, that's good. Every 5th attack grant 5 block. Now, this one is fantastic. 12% permanent evasion. That's crazy. I wish I could like sell these, you know. Since I can't pick them up, I just would like to sell them. Wow, I got a lot of gold.
Falls limp at the side of the pond. As the murky water settles, you can now make out a pile of bones and rags, all that remains of its victims. While the night seems calm, you wonder what other beasts may still lurk nearby.
Have you had any success with the repairs?
I've just replaced the centrifugal, Governor, so the Starlings should be skyworthy once more. And not a moment too soon. The moon's radiation is growing stronger.
We've already been flying around. How the hell do you say it should be skyworthy now? We've been flying around all the whole time. That was one of my criticisms with the logic of the story. Doesn't make sense.
The forests are quaint, but I would welcome a change of scenery.
That's an important reminder. Thank you. The Starlings' facilities are still damaged. With more salvage, perhaps we can clear some space for needed allies along the way.
Okay, so we can finally do something. We're gaining a bunch of talent points and level ups and stuff like that. I hope that my run isn't over, because I was very, very powerful. I like her. She's not bad. Okay, we haven't unlocked the other allies yet, apparently. Oh, that's very good. Oh, you and allies gain regeneration. That's very good. Yeah, the regeneration will be fantastic. You can also refund the talents to if you want to respec or whatever. Add common card to your deck at the start of each journey. Well, we have to take that one. And then all agents gain 10 max vigor. That's nice. Okay. So that's all that we can do right now. Ah, you see, now, unfortunately, it seems like our run has ended. Now we have to start another run. Okay, so we can't go to that one, but we can do these ones here. But we haven't finished this one over here yet. So I guess let's go over here again.
Unidentified floral growths have seemingly sprouted up overnight near Rupert's Hollow, the site of an old logging clearcut. The ragged stumps and rotted logs are now riddled with the shimmering pods.
Yeah, you see, now my run has started over. Which, you know, I guess is okay with these types of games, you know. It's a roguelite game after all, so, you know, you're gonna do a lot of these runs. That's the main thing that I don't like about these types of games. I don't enjoy the roguelite aspect of your progress being reset every, whatever, hour or 2 hours, even if you do fantastically, like I did. I mean, I was doing very, very, very good, and then your run just ends and you get reset. I'm someone who very much prefers lasting progression. I will choose lasting progression over getting reset every time, any time that I get presented with a choice. I just much prefer games that offer lasting progression over games that don't have lasting progression. So yeah, that's my opinion of the game. I'm at least unbiased enough to admit that this is a very good game. It's honestly, for $20, this is a very good game. If you compare this game with Slay the Spire, which, like I already said, Slay the Spire is a very good game as well. It's worth $25 because Slay the Spire is $25, and I've played a significant amount of Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is a very, very good game for $25, and this game actually is superior with the choice system that you have. So this game, Slay the Spire, I wonder if it's in the screenshots over here. Not actually in the screenshots. Maybe it will be in the video. Oh, here we go. So Slay the Spire, there we go, has a system like this, where you are on a predetermined path, basically, and you can choose this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. So you only get like 4 choices, and not even actually 4 choices, because if you are here, then you only have 2 choices. You can only go here, or you can only go here. If you're over here, you can only go here, or you can only get here. So you don't even really have 4 choices. Whereas in this game, you actually have many more choices. So right here, you have 3 choices. But underneath that, you can actually see what is coming. You can see, like, you can choose something in order to choose the thing that comes below that. So I already now have learned that the Crawford, what was that? Crawford house, something like that. Crawford Manor, I think, is very, very good because you get a relic from it. You get a very powerful relic from it. So you can choose, like you can see, oh, Briarcliff Chapel. That's a good one. Let me do this one, and then I can do the Briarcliff Chapel. So you get actually 6 choices here, whereas Slay the Spire only technically gives you 2 choices. And if you can get to the point where I was previously, where you actually have 4 choices, so then you have 4 cards instead of 3 cards, and from those 4 cards you can actually go down even further, so you get 3 choices, 3 future choices on every card. That means that you can have 12 choices potentially, that you can plan your route against. Whereas, as I say, a game like Darkest Dungeon or Slay the Spire or anything like that really only gives you 2 choices, at maximum 3 choices. Like if we look at Darkest Dungeon, which is another game that I've played a fair bit. One of my family members has the game in their library, so I played through their library. So Darkest Dungeon, if we can look over here, this is the system. Darkest Dungeon is actually quite limited with the choices that you can get. You do sometimes get different choices, like that branch a little bit. It would help if I show you the bloody Steam page. You get like this over here is the path, and then sometimes there's different rooms that you can go to the sides, but Darkest Dungeon is essentially the same game as what Slay the Spire is, and essentially the same game as what this game is, except in this one you have a bigger party, and there's a position system that is pretty important, where in this game there's no real position system. Any character can hit any character in this game, and in Slay the Spire as well. Whereas in Darkest Dungeon, the position system is really quite integral to the functioning of the combat system. But yeah, Darkest Dungeon is a good game. I would say it's worth the money. Slay the Spire is very much worth the money, $25. And quite honestly, I can say that this game is also very much worth the money. $20 for this game is very good, and I think it will appeal to anyone who is a fan of Slay the Spire. In fact, like I say, the root system, if you want to call it that, the system which you do to choose your own route, basically, is superior to what Slay the Spire offers. I like the fact that the game has voice narration. That's nice. I like the art style. That's nice. The different relics and the consumables, the tarot cards, everything gives you a lot of choice to make a build that you would make your build unique compared to someone else in a different run, because that's the thing with these types of games. You're gonna have multiple runs. I mean, in Slay the Spire, I've probably had, I would say, in excess of 100 runs, to be honest. I've got 280 hours in that game, so you're gonna have like over 100 runs, and not a single one of those runs are gonna be same. Wow, look at that guy's HP, 145. That's crazy. So yeah, like honestly, I think it's a good game, very much. I think it's definitely worth $20 from what I can see. And this game actually does a few things better than what Slay the Spire does. I always say this, like, people throw around the term a clone or a copy, but I don't think it's an insult. Like, there are many games that have cloned or copied Diablo 1 or Diablo 2. And those games that have cloned or copied Diablo 1 or Diablo 2, there's a few of them that are actually superior to Diablo 1 or Diablo 2. Diablo 1 was the first ARPG, in my opinion, and there have been many ARPGs after that that do the game style and the genre better than what Diablo 1 did it. And it's the same with this game. I'm not sure which game was first with this type of thing. It probably isn't Slay the Spire. I don't know. It might be Slay the Spire. I don't know. But a lot of games have tried to emulate Slay the Spire due to the immense success that Slay the Spire obviously had, and a lot of them fall very far from the mark. But I think this game has probably made that mark, if it hasn't exceeded the mark. It's difficult to say that it has exceeded it because I haven't played enough of the game yet, but it's definitely doing a few things differently than what Slay the Spire has done, and it's doing things better than what Slay the Spire has done. Some of the things. I mean, if I can criticize the game, I will say the tutorial is basically non-existent, and then also there are many places in the game where tooltips are not good. Like, I think there's like 3 or 4 times now where I wanted to know something in a tooltip and it simply doesn't show it. Like, there was the one card, like, how do I see my cards actually? Like, can't I see my cards at all? My deck? Yeah, you see, that's another issue. You can't even see your deck. Like, I want to see my deck right now. I want to see what cards I have right now, and you can't even do that. But So that's an issue. But there was the one card that says piercing. Like, what does piercing do? Like, I think that piercing pierces any armor or shield, but I don't know. I'm just assuming that. And the problem is that the game doesn't tell you what it does. The game also doesn't tell you what a curse is. Or a blessing. There's many things that the game unfortunately doesn't tell you. So the information that is being provided to the player is not good. It's really not good. And then, like, the fact that you can't even see your deck right now is definitely not good. But yeah, honestly, I can say I think the game is very good. I think that people who enjoy games like Slay the Spire will really enjoy this game. And I think this game is very much worth $20. So yeah, and that's coming from someone who doesn't actually like these types of roguelite games where your progress is constantly reset and there's basically just a meta progression that you can do, and that's really it as far as progression goes, you know. But yeah, I think I like this game. I probably won't be playing this game a whole lot because I'm much more, as I said, I like turn-based games. Like, for instance, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy X. I love those turn-based games, but those games have progression. They have lasting progression. Whereas these games don't have lasting progression. So I don't think I will be playing this game that much, to be honest. I played Slay the Spire quite a bit, but that was when I was in a different time in my life, I guess I can say, where I just liked those types of games. These days I much prefer lasting progression, as I said, and yeah, but definitely, like, I've played so much Slay the Spire that I know that game backwards and forwards. Like, I know it back to front. So I won't be playing Slay the Spire ever again, probably. I also don't think they're releasing content for the game anymore. But this game, definitely, when I get a hankering for doing a couple of runs, this is definitely the type of game that you can just, like, play a couple of minutes. You can exit, like, you don't need to abandon the run. You can just save and exit, and then you can continue with your run whenever you want to, you know? So it's a perfect game. It's almost like a toilet game. You can just play it when you go to the toilet, and then, you know, save and exit. But I don't know if this game would be available on mobile. I think it will be good if it were on mobile, certainly. But anyway. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I like the game, and it's definitely worth $20 in my opinion. As of me streaming this game right now, the game releases in 5 days, so add it to your wish list right now if you want to. I will put the link to the game in the description below, and then you can just check it out when the game releases. And like I also said, there's also another game from this studio as well, which is also part of the Sovereign Syndicate world, I guess I can say. So if you go to the developers thing, and then over here, Sovereign Syndicate. So this is the game that is kind of part of the world of the Sovereign Syndicate. So this game released a little bit more than a year ago. And yeah, it looks interesting. I haven't played this game yet. I definitely would first want to play and finish Baldur's Gate 3 before I play a game like this, because I still want to play and finish Baldur's Gate 3. But this looks like a game like Baldur's Gate 3, kind of. It's like a CRPG type game. But yeah, guys, and anyway, that is pretty much it. Like I said at the beginning, thanks to the developers for sending me a code for the game. And yeah, in the instances where a developer doesn't send me a code for a game, I very much rely on you guys and your support on my Patreon to purchase more games and do more reviews for you guys. So if you want to see more reviews, or even if you want to see a specific review of a specific game, then by all means you can support me on Patreon, and you can message me and you can ask me to review a specific game, and I will certainly take that under advisement. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.